Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, The Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About section so that you can have some understanding about who I am. I will never copy another person's work, nor will I copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. I thank you for viewing, and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comment section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my videos do not resonate with you, please do not try to make them fit your circumstances at all. For anyone else and everyone else that the message does make sense to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards your happiness in every area of your life. Once again, I am Empress Real 1584, The Good Witch. This channel is all about healing. So let's begin healing together. I hope everyone is doing well. And you caught me. I was munching on a cookie. My daughter baked some cookies tonight. And I was munching on one. I forgot I had it sitting here. So excuse me. It's chocolate chip though, right? Who doesn't like chocolate chip? Not unless you're allergic to chocolate, right? And then go figure. But I hope you're all doing well. This is a late night reading. But this reading is not for any particular sign. I was supposed to do Aquarius tonight. But I'm not going to do Aquarius because I just finished a personal reading for someone. And that was long. But I didn't want to skip out on giving you guys a reading. So with that being said, let's jump into a general reading. I am Empress Real 1584, The Good Witch. And I hope everyone is doing well once again. I'm going to see where we're going with this, right? I have already cleansed my space. Before I came to the reading, I cleansed my space. And I've cleansed myself as well before I came to the reading. We had a nice thunderstorm tonight. It was beautiful, thundering and lightning. I was waiting for that. We've been getting a few rainstorms, right? But not with the thundering and lightning. And I promise you, thunder is so relaxing. Lightning is relaxing as well. No lie. And I know a lot of people have stories about lightning, right? But I have some, but I won't discuss them up here. Because I have a lot of family members that do watch. And some stories aren't easy for some people to hear again. Spirit guides, this is a general reading. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for whomever needs to hear it. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. You know, I just heard telepathy. I don't know if someone was focusing on telepathy, learning about telepathy, but I just heard the word telepathy. Like I said the other day, if you were here, a lot of people are diving into themselves, wanting to learn more, wanting to understand more. And that's a beautiful thing. when you don't stay stuck in a bubble. It's a beautiful thing. I was asked to do a reading today. It was last minute. And then after I finished the reading, the person said, "My goodness, I didn't know you were going to go that deep." I said, "Well, you opened the door. So when you open the door and you open the door to a reading, I have to give you everything that I see." And they said to me, it was personal. They said it was personal. I said, woo, then you shouldn't get a reading, right? If you want to keep things to yourself, you shouldn't get a reading. But telepathy is similar. When you are near someone and they allow you to see everything around them and in them, same thing. So kudos to whomever that is that's diving into telepathy. We have dice divination. Divination, dice. Every once in a while, I use them. Not so much, And the only reason why I don't use them often is because things are a roll of the dice. And a lot of trickster spirits enjoy the art of dice. So I'm very careful with what tools I choose to use for myself. Many people do use them, they indulge in them, but me, not so much. If I'm requested by someone to use them, I will. But it's not something that I do often. But for whomever this is for, you're being called to explore throwing dice for spell casting and divination. Like I said, the saying is true. Everything is a roll of the dice. You never know what you're going to get. Not unless you're one of those people who can see his or her future. A lot of people can see beyond realms, and they're able to take a glance into their future selves. I don't practice that art often, so I don't roll the dice often. If you're someone who's thinking about using dice, practice your craft. Because using dice when doing witchcraft or spell work, you just never know what you're going to get. It's like the movie Forrest Gump's. Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. With rolling the dice, you never know what kind of spirit you're going to get. I don't care how much protection magic that you put around yourself. Rolling the dice is definitely a gamble. Let me just say that. We have psychic surgery. You're being called to explore psychic surgery to help remove energy blockages that can manifest into disease and disorder in one's body. I'm most definitely speaking to someone who's honing into their craft, who's really into doing, in my world, we call it root work, healing work, voodoo. In somebody else's world, they say witchcraft, because witchcraft is. In somebody else's world, they say witchcraft, because witchcraft is all of them was calling me. I guess he letting me know he just got home, but I'll pick it up in a little bit. But this is someone that is being called to be a healer that I'm speaking to. Because anytime that you do psychic surgery to remove energy blockages from someone, That's someone honing into the craft of the body, learning about chakras being blocked. And so you're called to be a healer, someone that can manifest removing diseases, disorders in a person's body. I know of 2 people that specifically do psychic surgery. And they are very expensive. Let me tell you that. They are very expensive. So if you're someone that's diving into doing this kind of work, it's going to be very lucrative for you because, like I said, I know 2 people that do work like this. And this work is so different than what I do. I receive messages. I'm a messenger. I do spell work, but not this type. This is someone that really has to know the body. This is not an area that I want to practice per se, but there's someone here. You're being called to explore this avenue to help remove energy blockages from people. And if that's what you're diving into, kudos to you, because that's very tedious work. It's very tedious work, and you have to be meticulous in dissecting when doing so. This is an area you better not be wrong. We have angel readings. You're being called to communicate and convey divine messages of guidance from the angelic realm. So there's someone that your spiritual team, somebody in the angelic realm, has been trying to convey a message to you. And a lot of people, even if you hear it, you brush it off. And that's something that you have to stop doing. Being open to hear, to feel, to see, to taste. You have to be open. And yes, it's scary, but it's not going to be harmful. This is someone that there's a direct message. This message is being delivered not through the dreams. It's directly, you hear it. It's like that little voice in your head. Or someone calling your name and no one is there, and you turn around and no one is there. Feeling goosebumps out of the blue. This is someone that's directly trying to send a message. But this message has been sent to you during the daylight hours, not at night. This is not someone that's receiving messages through their dream. This is someone that's being called upon. I'm hearing danger. I'm hearing danger. I wish this was a specific reading. We have creativity. You're being called to explore creative expression, bringing forth the healing nature of the arts. once again, any type of chakras, the cleansing of, is an art form. And like I said, you have to really know what you're doing to clear energies, the blockages of someone. It's not something that I would rush into, but it is something that I would ask friends and family to participate, to practice on. I would ask a family member if I can practice on the body. I would ask a friend to practice as well. Because a lot of times you may know something about a family member or a friend, but you may not know everything about them. So that would be the best opportunity for you to practice on a body, a living vessel. You can even do it with animals as well, true story. And one of the ways that I don't do this often. It's not that I can't, it's just tedious. Anything that's tedious, I shy away from, true story. I'm like, it's not worth the effort, right? And I know you're probably like, well, the kind of work you do is tedious. Not so much so. I have help. Different spirits I call in for different things from different sources. So it's not tedious. It's actually a helpmate for me. But what I do with my animals, I sit quietly. And to make sure that my animal has a connection to me, I call out to them without saying a word. And I do it on a subconscious level. And then one of them may walk to me, whichever one that I called. So I know we're connected in that manner. I do that with family. If I'm sitting in the living room and let's just say I'm on the couch and my husband is in his recliner, I'll call his name subconsciously and he's like, did you just call me? And I'll be like, no, but I'm making sure he can hear me, that we are connected in that manner. So that's something that you can use to actually practice with. If you have an animal, a cat, a dog, a hamster, something that knows its name, I would do that. I would use my animal first before a person. They say that animals can't talk, and that's not true. I know a few people that do work with animals. Practice with your animal before you practice on a person, because anytime that you're working with a person, you must be specific. You don't want to make any mistakes over here. But I commend you. I'm proud of you, whomever is diving into psychic surgery. I'm proud of you because that's a lot. At the bottom of the deck, we have spell work. I love this. You're being called to explore identifying, raising, and directing energy with the intention of bringing forth an outcome. At the bottom of the deck, we're going back to psychic surgery, cleansing of the chakras. These two cards coincide with one another because this is just like doing spell work. You're not just over a person's body and moving a little charm up and down, you're actually speaking to the body. You're actually doing spell work. Spell work is different depending on how you practice. But you're removing blockages from a person's body, their aura. And that's spell work in itself. So they go hand in hand. So there's definitely someone that's into psychic surgery, learning as much information as they possibly can. And once again, I commend you for doing that. Can I do it? Absolutely. Is it something that I want to do? Absolutely not. I've done it for family members, and that's about it. I've done it for family members, and that's about it, because it's tedious. It's tedious. And sometimes people have to come back more than once, more than twice for you to get the job done. But that's where it's lucrative, because it's a big business and it's big money in that business. But you just have to make sure that you're not playing with anyone. So I wouldn't charge for a service that I don't know what I'm doing. Practice on your family, practice on friends, practice on your animals before building a clientele, because it's not fair if you're not 100% honed in on the art of. This is a general reading. It's not for any particular sign. If the message is for you, it'll be for you from the beginning of the reading until the end of the reading. As my grandmother would say, from the rooter to the tutor. If the reading is not for you, as you begin to listen, if it doesn't make sense, I would click off. I would never listen to something that doesn't make sense to me. If I have to question it, I don't need to listen to it. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for whomever needs to hear it. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guides, I want to focus on danger. I heard the word danger for someone. There's someone receiving messages about danger. Thank you. I'm hearing health. A person's health. Danger, health. Maybe make an appointment with your doctor. I always tell my family, if it doesn't feel right, then it's not right. You know your body better than any medical professional. No one knows your body better than you do. So if something feels off, then that means it's not okay. And I would definitely go and get myself checked. You know, what's wrong with going to get a little physical, getting a little blood work, right? But if something feels off, then it is off. We have 2 bonus cards here, and we'll get to them after we complete this. We're starting off with the Knight of Cups. Romance is in the air for someone. You could be dating someone and they may be thinking about proposing to you. However, you may think about proposing to someone. But whomever is going to do the proposal, you're thinking about a creative way to do so. Romance is in the air. We have the number 14, which is temperance, which is balance. And I love these 2 cards because I'm speaking about someone who is in a relationship and everything feels good. We have balance here. We have harmony here. And it just feels right. So if this is not for you, then I don't want any messages in my inbox saying that reading wasn't for me. Well, if it's not for you, it's not for you. If it's for you, I'm happy for you, because this is a beautiful romance for someone. This is someone who feels like their relationship is in alignment. There's balance here. There's equal give and take. And there's harmony. This could be someone that you've recently reconciled with. You two are giving it another try, right? But in numerology, the number 14 represents the meaning of new beginnings and positive changes. So there may be a proposal here. That's a new beginning. That's a positive change, moving the relationship forward. It is a special compound number made up of two individual numbers, the number 4 and the number 1, each with its own unique symbolism, energy, and also potential meanings. See, the life path number 14 includes confidence, determination, leadership, creativity, resourcefulness, connection to the spiritual world, charisma, and previous lives. Your primary goals are to be a teacher of freedom. There's someone here that's heavy into their spirituality. But I'm speaking to someone specifically that's not only diving into spirituality, but you're diving deeper into your religion. You're someone who was raised on the religious spectrum, and you're trying to see where these two energies meet. This is someone who doesn't want to disrespect the lines of what they were taught, what's in their family already, versus free. The freedom of knowing a different world around you. We have the King of Cups is here. You could be someone that's dealing with a Scorpio, because we call Scorpio the King of Cups. However, don't get hung up on the signs. The King of Cups could be a Cancer, just as well as a Pisces. The King of Cups is someone that's balanced. You are dealing with someone who's very compassionate, but they are intuitive as well. This is where the balance comes in. You are intuitive, diving deeper into your religious beliefs and also spirituality, trying to mesh the two of them together. Your person is making no judgment calls. If this is the way that you want to go, whatever you learn, they're like, teach me, share with me, I'll listen. This is the King of Cups, someone who is very understanding. We have the Seven of Cups. You know, this is wishful thinking. You know, this is someone who knows that they have options. With you having these options, it's not options for another person. This relationship, I'm speaking to someone who's content with the relationship. But you have options, meaning that you feel like if I disregard my religious beliefs, then I'm disrespecting the family. This is someone who finds spirituality more intriguing to them. And with you diving into spirituality, it has opened new doors for you. This is someone who is in touch with his or her psychic energy. You've been feeling something. You've been hearing something. You want to be on the spiritual essence of things, but you don't want to disappoint, afraid of being judged. You have options. It's like when you try to explain to someone, there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. You don't want to be judged. A part of you wants to leave the religious sector alone. But the other part is tugging at you not to disappoint the family, wanting to hold on to family rules, the way that you were taught. This is how you do things. You have options. You do have options. I'm never going to give anyone advice. All that I can tell a person is to do what's best for you. We have the number 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. But the one thing that I can say to someone who's going through this, my grandmother, my mother's mother, was a religious woman. Her husband was a spiritual man, and the two of them married, and they had over 10 children, and they were together until they both went into a different realm. My grandfather did not disrespect my grandmother on her religious beliefs, never brought it up, never told her it was anything wrong, nor did my grandmother disrespect my grandfather with the way that he did things. They respected one another. We have the number 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And I love seeing this for whoever resonates with this reading, because the Wheel of Fortune is a turning point in one's life. That means you've completed a cycle of some sort. Fate, destiny. Someone is really, really diving into their spirituality. I just want to say, with the Wheel of Fortune being here, that it is your destiny. This relationship, there's a proposal at stake. I see you accepting if you're the one being proposed to. I see your person accepting if you're the one doing the proposal. That relationship is your destiny. You're dealing with someone that is balanced. You're dealing with someone who is compassionate and very intuitive. But they're not like you. They're not someone that's looking into spirituality, wanting to know more about it. But they too are intuitive, and you know that about them. But that's not an avenue that they want to go down. However, this is someone that respects what you want to do. There's no judgment from them. We have the Queen of Cups as well. So we have the King of Cups and we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is Cancer. But the Queen of Cups can be Scorpio or Pisces as well. So we have 2 water signs on the board. This is someone that is loving. So your person is in their masculine energy just as well as their feminine energy. This is a very balanced person. Whomever I'm speaking to, they're very loving. This is a stable person. And they go with the flow of whatever you want to do. They just go with the flow because that's how much they love you. This is someone that is very caring. Whatever you want to do, they're okay with it. Whatever you're trying to dive into, they're okay with it. Once again, there's no judgment from this person. My father used to say to me, if you like it, I love it. This person that someone is dealing with is the same way. They're so laid back. If you like it, they love it. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is someone that's unwavering. This is back to whomever I'm speaking to. Thorough. You are being realistic about what you want to do. You were trying to merge your religious beliefs and you were trying to merge your spiritual beliefs into one. Trying to make it make sense, trying to make it fit. If I can help you in any way, the only thing that I can share with you on this situation is that I come from a family of root workers. A lot of people who have a misunderstanding of what root workers are, they think that root workers are demonic, which is not true. They think that root workers worship the devil, which is not true. Some do and some don't. However, people that go to churches, the Bible, it says that you shouldn't deal with anyone who does witchcraft, spell work. You shouldn't deal with anyone that does voodoo. However, even though those are things that are written, that are displayed in the Bible, I know many of church people that came and sat in the front of the desk of my family asking for help. My godfather is a bishop, and my godfather is an undercover root worker. Let me tell you that. Not only is he an undercover root worker, he's also a Mason. Not to put his business out there, but he's the top ranking of the Masons in the area where he lives. And a lot of people fall under his umbrella. But this is a bishop. This is a person that has a church. But he teeter-totters. I really could get into this conversation, but it's hard because, you know, you have people watching. And if this is for one specific person, I don't give advice, but if I can encourage you to stay on your spiritual path, all I can do is share a story or two. Your heart is telling you, I want to walk in my own freedom. But I'm thorough and I'm loyal to my family. But I also want to be realistic about the choices that I make. But if you choose the way of spirituality, you're someone who doesn't want to go to church with your family if you go all in this way. Because you don't want to be phony. You don't want to be fake. You don't want to sit up there and listen to a sermon of some sort when it has nothing to do with you. You feel like it's a waste of your time. But you do respect your family values. So you're like, this is a tangle web wee. And you don't want to deceive anyone. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Family. The Ten of Pentacles is all about family. But the Ten of Pentacles is all about wealth. There's someone who wants to dive into the art of spiritual surgery, and it's going to be lucrative because spiritual surgery is big money. Like I told you, I know 2 people that do this for real. And their spiritual surgeries start at 5 and above. And when I say above, I mean above, because if you want the whole kit and caboodle, it's going to be over about $3,000. And this person has been doing this for over 30 plus years because she's an older woman. The other person, I was being nice by giving you the cheaper version of it. Her readings start at 1,000 and above. So the Ten of Pentacles, if this is the way you're going, it's going to be lucrative. This is success. You're going to be successful in this business of doing spiritual surgery. As a matter of fact, I'm about to do spiritual surgery. But spiritual surgery is not something that you show online because it's private for the individual. And there's a particular person that has fire in their body. So I will be removing it. That's spiritual surgery. It's tedious. But this is someone who's dedicated. This is what you want to do. We have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. Remember when I said that you and this person, you could have recently reconciled with one another. That means that the 2 of you are giving it a go. But this time around, they don't just want to date you. They want to wed you. There's a proposal that's happening. But in this person's head, what tore the 2 of you up, there was a betrayal. This person lives in regret. This person lives in a lot of regret. And they constantly focus on the loss, the time that the 2 of you spent apart. You 2 are balanced. This is a balanced relationship. Whatever this betrayal was, it'll never happen again because it still hurts this person till this day. You know, I do have to say this. When someone betrays you and you decide to take them back, the mature person never brings it up. They let it go. Even though it hurts, you let it go. If you don't let it go, and if you bring it up 5 months down the line, a year down the line, that means you never forgave them. That means that you are betraying the relationship as well. You have to let it go. You can't bring it up in an argument because this right here is a turning point. The 2 of you back together. That means you close the past. You close the door to the past, never opening it up again. You're moving forward. So let go. We have the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords is forward movement. The 6 of Swords is movement. You're moving forward. You're letting the past go. And that's a beautiful thing, because all the two of you want is the Four of Wands, and that's stability. You want stability. You want that happily ever after. So the two of you will be celebrating. This is an exciting time. So enjoy. Whomever this reading is for, enjoy. Enjoy this celebration of getting engaged. Enjoy it with your family and their family, or just the two of you together. We have at the bottom of the deck, which is the Page of Wands. Listen, the Page of Wands, what is that? That's good news. Good news. The message in the bottle, that's good news. The good news is someone is about to be proposed to. And the good news is someone is going to say yes. Listen, the Page of Wands is also someone who is artistic, someone who is creative, and they put in a lot of effort. In a relationship, you have to be creative. You have to put in effort on both sides. And in this relationship, I see nothing but balance between you and another person. I see nothing but balance. I see beauty. I see happiness. I see love. Every relationship requires work. It's a job. Marriage is a job, but it's a good job. Because what a person needs to do, you fight for each other. And I'm not meaning in a negative way. Someone may take that in a negative way. You fight never to let it go. There has been a betrayal, but being that you reconcile, you fought for this. You fought for this. Excuse me, I get quiet a little bit when I'm focusing and I'm concentrating, so my apologies, right? Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for whomever needs to hear it. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for someone in closing up this reading? Thank you. We have, where can I ask for more help in my life? Where can you ask for more help in your life? Until we can receive with an open heart, we are never really giving with an open heart. When we attach judgment to receiving help, we knowingly or unknowingly attach judgment to giving help. Today's soul action today. Ask someone for help and receive it with an open heart. Today's mantra. I ask for what I want, and I am open to receiving it. Now, remember, I spoke to you about an angel trying to make contact. This is not an angel trying to make contact when you are asleep at all. This is someone that's been sending you messages while you are awake. This is someone who's heard their name being called, but no one was there. This is someone specifically who's received goosebumps. And some people take those as chill bumps. You know, they like, oh, I got a little cold. but that spirit trying to get your attention. I spoke about danger. Be careful, whomever I'm speaking to, not of the relationship, but there is something else going on that your spiritual team, someone is trying to get in contact with whomever this reading is for. You know, it says, I ask for what I want, and I am open to receiving it. Angels are always here to help us. Whether they are a crossed over loved one, whether they are an archangel, a guardian angel, they're always here to help. They want us to ask for help. I'm speaking to someone who doesn't often ask anyone for help or even a person's opinion. Not you. However, there's a message, a warning of some sort that your angels are trying to give to you, and they want you to be open to receiving it. Whomever resonated with this message, I encourage you to speak out loud to your spiritual team and say, I'm open to receiving the message. And you will receive the message because it's a warning. We have, how can I be more flexible right now? So how can you be more flexible right now? What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for its highest good. Today's soul action, remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. And then do some yoga. I love this. Warning. When I started this reading, I heard danger, danger. Don't be afraid to speak to your spiritual team, whomever you may call out to. I don't care if a person was adopted and they may say, well, I have no connection to my family. I don't know my family. We all come from somewhere. With that being said, you can say, I need your help. I am ready to receive, and I am open for all the help that you can deliver. But this card, it says, remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone, because we are not alone ever. Then do some yoga. What I do on a daily basis, I always ask my spiritual team, before I lay down and go to bed, when I wake up, I always say, protect me from the north, the east, the west, and the south. Your spiritual team is here, and they have your back. Remind yourself all day long that you are safe. Even if I heard the word danger, they're letting you know they have your back. Remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone, because we are not alone. And then do some yoga. This evening, my son stopped by, and he started playing recordings of my mother. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful, to be honest. I haven't heard her voice in a long time. And the spiritual is different, right? When I receive messages. But just to hear her voice. And I've changed my phone a few times. And with me changing my phone, I lost a lot of her messages. But the crazy part, when my mom crossed over, I have her phone, and my mom still used a flip phone. And I purchased her a phone, a up-to-date phone, and she was so mad. And she was like, I don't know why your mother made me change my phone. That's the message, you know, she was leaving. But she was like, I can't even work the phone. And I thought that the phone that I bought her was bigger. So, you know, she can press the buttons a little better. But guess what she made me do? She made me take her back to the store. And oh man, I was praying like crazy. I'm like, they better have her phone. And they still had her phone in the store. They hadn't sent it back. And she made me give them her new phone, and she wanted her old phone back. And on my son's voice recording, she was like, I can't even work this phone, whatever. But it was crazy. And I said to my son, I said, I have her phone on my desk. And what's crazy, I've plugged it up, I've charged it up a couple of times since I've had it. And I never checked her text messages. I've never violated. I charged it up to peep, to look and see who she was messaging, who she was talking to. And then I just couldn't do it. I was like, no, I'm not going to be that nosy. But guess what? I'm going to charge this shit up tomorrow, and I'm going to go through it. I'm ready. I'm going to go through it. But our angels are always around us. Our angels are always around us. And I asked my mother for help in a reading that I did today. And the person that I gave a reading to, they said, I didn't know you were going to go that deep. They felt like I dived a little bit too deep. And they was like, huh. So, you know what I did? They paid me, and I gave them their money back. I did. I gave them their money back because I had help. I had my mom with me today. I had my mom with me during the reading, and my mom said, give them their money back. And so I did. I gave them their money back. But I sent to everyone nothing but love and light. You know, when a person says they send you love and light, a person that can receive that is someone that's been through it all, and they're still standing. So I send to you nothing but love and light on your journey. Someone has a new beginning. Someone has nothing but balance within themselves, and their person has balance. And that's beautiful when something is equally yoked. But good night. Thank you for the gifts. I'm going to be posting this video on my YouTube platform. So if you want to watch this video again and see the video, you will be able to view it on my YouTube platform. And I encourage you guys to join me over there because, you know, in the background here, I either have my husband or my daughter, and they're reading for me the messages and reaching back out to you guys. But on my YouTube platform, I'm able to connect better with the audience. I'm able to speak, to see the words a little better. TikTok is different. I hope they switch some things up for me to be able to interact. But I wear glasses, bifocal, so, you know, the things that you type is hard for me to see. So I'm not able to catch your messages. So I have my daughter in the background. And once we get off the live, she'll tell me what someone has spoken about and what they've said, or my husband will let me know as well. But it's not that I'm ignoring anyone. It's just that I can't see what you're writing. But on YouTube, I'm able to see the messages. I'm able to pull back down on the screen, and I'm able to reread what was said. And there's a lot more engagement that I can do over there. But I thank you for your time. I thank you for the gifts, and I thank you for the new follows. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch, and I send to you nothing but healing. Good night.